Beneath the rolling hills of central Kentucky, hidden from the light of day, lies a labyrinth so vast that no one has yet found its end. This is Mammoth Cave, the longest known cave system on planet Earth. For millions of years, water has been carving an underground world of towering chambers, winding corridors, and silent rivers. Today, over 680 kilometers of passages have been mapped, and still the end has never been reached. This is the story of the greatest underground realm ever discovered by human beings. Journey with us into the darkness. Long before Europeans set foot in Kentucky, Native American peoples knew of the cave's great openings. Archaeologists have found the remains of ancient explorers who traveled deep into the darkness as early as 5,000 years ago. They came for gypsum and for mirabolite, a mineral prized for its bitter salt. Weaving cloth of cane and gathering roots, they left behind footprints, torch marks, and tools, evidence of the earliest known cave exploration in the Americas. But it was the arrival of European settlers in the late 18th century that opened the cave to the wider world. The story of Mammoth Cave begins more than 300 million years ago, when this region lay beneath a shallow tropical sea. Over eons, countless marine organisms left behind their shells and skeletons, forming thick layers of limestone. Later, the ancient continents collided, lifting these rocks into rolling ridges. Then the Green River began to cut its valley, and rainwater, made mildly acidic by carbon dioxide it absorbed from air and soil, seeped downward through the rock. Drop by drop, century after century, that gentle acid dissolved the limestone along natural cracks and faults, slowly hollowing out the passages we see today. To understand the true scale of Mammoth Cave, consider this. If its mapped passages were laid end to end, they would stretch more than 680 kilometers, a journey longer than the distance from Paris to Berlin. There are hundreds of thousands of caves on Earth, but Mammoth stands alone, roughly twice as long as its nearest rival. Its passages twist through 3 parallel ridges at 5 distinct levels, each carved by a different stage of the Green River's descent. Yet beneath them all, explorers still believe lies a deeper, uncharted world waiting to be discovered. In the eternal darkness of Mammoth Cave, a remarkable ecosystem has evolved in complete isolation from the sun. Creatures here live without sight, guided by touch, taste, and vibration. The blind cavefish of the genus Amblyopsis drift through underground pools, sensing the world around them. Tiny cave beetles and eyeless shrimp inhabit the gravel and water. Above them, cave crickets make pilgrimages to the surface to feed, then return deep underground to be eaten in turn, a vital food chain. And in the cave's dry passages, colonies of endangered Indiana and gray bats find sanctuary, linking this dark world to the night sky above. Exploring Mammoth Cave is an act of extraordinary endurance. Passages twist into narrow crevices that require squeezing through openings barely wider than a human body. Some crawlways are so tight, they earned names like Fat Man's Misery and Tall Man's Misery. Vertical drops must be descended on rope, and underground rivers must be crossed by boat. Early explorers pushed forward with flickering lanterns, torches, and candlelight. They mapped this labyrinth using nothing but compass and measuring tape, inch by inch, and generations of explorers would spend their entire lives adding to the map, often becoming the first humans to ever set eyes on a passage. In the early 19th century, Mammoth Cave became a factory of war. During the War of 1812, enslaved workers mined the cave's earth for saltpeter, potassium nitrate, the essential ingredient of gunpowder. Huge wooden vats built inside the cave still stand as monuments to that labor. Later, the cave found a new purpose as a tourist destination. In the mid-1800s, a guide named Stephen Bishop, an enslaved man whose skill and courage became legendary, explored far into the dark, discovering some of the cave's most famous features. Lantern-lit tours began, and Mammoth Cave's fame spread across the world. As word of Mammoth Cave's wonders spread, so too did concern for its protection. In 1941, Mammoth Cave National Park was established, placing this fragile treasure under the care of the American people. In 1981, it was named a UNESCO World Heritage Site, joining the ranks of the pyramids and the Grand Canyon. Later, it became an international biosphere reserve. Today, scientists study its climate, its water, and its wildlife, working to preserve this irreplaceable record of Earth's deep history for generations yet to come. The cave is a living museum of geology, biology, and human endeavor. For nearly a century, explorers suspected that Mammoth Cave and the nearby Flint Ridge Cave system were one. The secret lay beneath the Green River, at a passage called the Cascade. In 1972, a team of daring cavers pushed through, linking the two systems and instantly creating the longest cave in the world, a record Mammoth has never surrendered. Even now, the map continues to grow. Each year, survey teams add new kilometers of passage. Some believe that half of Mammoth's true extent may still lie undiscovered, sealed behind water-filled tunnels and unexplored leads. Mammoth Cave is more than a hole in the ground. It is a cathedral of deep time, a wilderness of stone and water, where every turn tells the story of our planet. For thousands of years, humans have come here in wonder. Ancient peoples with torches, enslaved explorers with lanterns, scientists with lasers, and travelers with open minds. And yet, in its deepest and darkest recesses, the cave keeps its greatest secret still. As long as there is water, and as long as there is curiosity, the journey will continue. The longest cave in the world has not yet finished being discovered. Perhaps its final passages will be mapped by someone watching this very film.